Welcome back to the channel, everybody. I just tried to film this intro so many times and I don't know, I just can't seem to get it right. Look at me, I'm tripping over my words. Let's just get into it though. Today's video is going to be all about combining two of these beautiful palettes from Oden's Eye. This is the Hela palette in collaboration with Angelica Nyqvist. This is what it looks like. This one is actually discontinued, but this one is not. This is the Flora Story palette in collaboration with Amanda from Makeup Just for Fun. And I want to show you how you can combine both of these palettes to make some funky fun looks. I'm going to be doing one look on each eye. One of the looks that I want to do is going to be an all green look, combining the more warm greens in the Hela palette with the more kind of cool greens in the Flora Story palette. And then I also want to do like a fun plummy, purpley, maybe a little bit pinky look using the, purples in both palettes. I had the idea that I wanted to do some looks combining these two palettes pretty early on. I mean, the artwork for them, it's not super similar, but it kind of gives me similar vibes with the greens and everything. And then if you look inside at the color stories, they're kind of like, maybe not sisters, but like cousins, I guess. If I can get this one open, I could show you. You know, like they have some spiritual connection. If that makes any sense. Whatever, let's just get into it. I'm a little weird right now. I've had a weird day. So let's just get right into the looks. I'm actually going to start with the green look. I think maybe I'll do it on my left eye. My inclination is always to start with my right eye because I'm right-handed, but I think I'm going to start with my left eye today. So I'm going to start with the green look. And I think what I'm going to do first is I'm going to take these neutral shades. So this is the lighter of the two neutral shades that I'm going to use. It's called Shroom from the Flora Story palette. I'm going to kind of use that on the inner part of my crease. And then on the outer part of my crease, I'm going to use Decay from the Hela palette. Okay, so I think that actually looks really nice. I might need to blend this area just a little bit better, but I just wanted to show you. So I took Shroom in here, and then I took Decay, which is much darker actually, and I put it out here. And then to blend out Decay, I took Shroom again and just kind of went over it there. Now I think on the outer part of the lid, I want to take this deep and rather cool toned actually green called Ouroboros. I never know how to pronounce that, but I think it's Ouroboros or Ouroboros. Whatever. I'm going to take that on the outer part of my lid. Yeah. Okay, so look at how that just brought the green into the look. I actually kind of blended it up through the crease a little bit, took it out here, kind of blended it over where I had that dark brown and just brought the color. And I think it's coming together quite nicely. Let me pick a lid color. I think I'm vibing with the cool tones. So on my lid, I'm going to take Lush from the Flora Story palette and probably just do the whole lid. Okay, so there's Lush all over the lid. I think that's actually really beautiful. I'm actually surprised by how cool toned and nice this is turning out. That wasn't originally how I had envisioned this going, but that's kind of how it's going now. I think that goes so beautifully with the deep green shade from the Hela palette, Ouroboros, or Ouroboros, I don't know. But you saw I took, so the name of the shade is Lush. I took that with the brush first, and then I wanted to up the intensity. And I just took my finger and put some more on, kind of blended it out a bit. I think that it looks really, really cool, actually. Okay, I think that for the inner corner, I'm going to go in with Best Buds because that's kind of the coolest sort of light inner corner green that I can use. I mean, Misty is definitely even cooler, but I don't think it will work as an inner corner shade for me. I mean, maybe it will. Let me swatch it. Is that even cooler? Hold on. It's definitely more sparkly, but I don't necessarily think that it's cooler. Ooh, should we try it? Will that work? Let's try that. Let's try Misty. Okay, so I definitely tried to keep it kind of in a small space just in case it was a little dark. It's a little much for an inner corner for me, for my skin tone. But I mean, I think it works. Just trying to see with the lighting. Yeah, it's definitely very bright, but I just took like a smaller brush and just kind of did it. Okay, now I think I'm going to throw down a shade on the lower lash line, and that's going to be it for this look. What shade do I want to use though? Do I want to go neutral? Do I want to do shroom? I kind of want to throw a little bit of a curveball here and use Moss from the Hela palette on my lower lash line. Let's see how that goes. Okay, I actually think that that had a really cool effect on the look as a whole because it's a more warm tone, kind of yellowy green. And I don't know, I feel like it just kind of brings it together. I don't know how to like explain it, but it adds like a little bit of interest to the look, you know? I think it looks good. I'm like looking at myself in the mirror and looking at myself in the phone. I think it looks pretty good though. What do you think? Okay, so we're gonna call side 1 done, and we're gonna move on to side 2. This is gonna be the more plum purple sort of eye. Okay, you guys, so I think I actually have a plan. I just swatched some of these shades. This is gonna be great. So I'm gonna start off with Orchid, and I'm gonna take it like kind of out here and a little bit through the crease, but not all the way through the crease. Okay, so how beautiful is that, first of all? I love it. I might have to blend this just a tiny bit better here, but so far, this is looking promising. So, like I said, I didn't want to take this all the way through the crease. I want the inner part of my eye to be this more pink, oh god, I can't see. This pink shade called Goddess. So let's do that. How beautiful is that? I love that color combination. That's beautiful. Okay, I'm gonna add some depth in the outer corner using this really deep plum shade called Soot. Look at how much depth that gave. Like that, in my opinion, is stunning. I think that's so beautiful. It's a little messy in here, but we're gonna be going in with some shimmers anyway, so I'm not gonna stress too much about that. I know exactly what shimmer I want to use first. I'm actually going to be going in with Magnolia from the Flora Story palette. I'm going to be taking this shade right on the outer part of my lid, like kind of like here, kind of like the middle of the lid. Check out these fairy tale sorcerer vibes that I'm giving with this shadow. Pretty cool, huh? Now I'm going to be taking my favorite shade from the Hela palette called River, and I'm going to be putting that more on the inner part of my lid. Do you see this? Do you see how beautiful this is? I love this. I absolutely love this. Okay, I'm going to go in next. I'm going to do my inner corner. I'm going to actually do a matte for my inner corner. How do we feel about that? So I'm actually going to go in with this shade here, this one, this pink shade called Hela. I don't know about you, but I think this is looking pretty sick. For the lower lash line, I'm actually going to go in with a shadow from Flora Story. I'm going to take Azalea, which is the lighter purple, and I'm just going to go over my whole lower lash line. I think before I call this finished, I want to take a little bit of this pink shade called Hellfire from the Hela palette, and I want to put it just like there. Okay, so I actually really like the extra element that that shimmer added, and now it's making me want to put a little bit of shimmer on my inner corner. I think I'm going to take, there's a multi-chrome in this palette, the Hela palette, called double-sided. I'm just gonna put a little bit of that on my inner corner. Okay, what do you think of that? Do we call that done, you guys? I think we're done. I don't know, is there anything else that I want to do with either look? Do I need to, let me just blend a little bit more. I'm going to talk while I blend just out here. It actually looks better in person than it does on camera. I've noticed that that's a bit of a thing, but yeah, so I think that these looks are freaking awesome. Super happy that I did this. I should definitely wear these palettes together, like out, and not do, I mean, does this work as like a two-tone? It kind of does, right? I was thinking like that these wouldn't go together, but like, you know, just like doing two completely different looks on each eye, but they kind of do go together. Maybe if I made the shape the same, but I mean, in terms of depth and everything, they're pretty similar. I don't know, I think these are beautiful. Let me know what you think though. I always want to know what you guys have to say about the looks that I do. But yeah, I guess that's it, right? I hope that you guys enjoyed. I hope that you feel inspired. If you have both of these palettes, I hope that you will feel inspired to use them together. If you don't, I hope I inspired you to use other palettes in your collection together. Mixing and matching palettes that have maybe kind of similar vibes can be super duper fun. I actually want to do that with the other two palettes from the what is it called? Perfect World collection. I want to do some more combos with them. How am I holding this? What is wrong with me? But yeah, did you imagine that these looks were going to turn out this way when you saw these palettes? I gotta be honest, I didn't. But I think these are both gorgeous. I'm actually very, very pleased with both of these looks. I hope that you enjoyed. I hope that, I feel like my camera's up a little bit higher than I would normally have it. I hope that doesn't bother anyone. But yeah. I hope that you enjoyed, and I will be seeing you guys again on Sunday. If you're new here, I do upload every Sunday and every Wednesday. So subscribe and enjoy more content. Okay? Peace.